Hello guys, and welcome to another Red Life Studio episode. Please subscribe and give me a like, and share my videos if you're enjoying them. Also, feel free to leave me a comment below. Now let's begin with today's stories.
My wife had an affair with my best friend while I was away for my grandfather's funeral. Background: I'm 29 years old and my wife and I have been married 9 years and have 2 wonderful children. I have a great and stable career and recently purchased a sizable home with my wife. One of my best friends was having a hard time with his life and I offered him my spare bedroom in my home for a few months to help him get off his feet. Well, tragedy struck a month after his being over, with my grandfather passing away, so I went off to his funeral. I was gone for a week, but when I came home I had an eerie feeling/instinct that my home life has changed. I did a bit of digging around and found that my wife and my best friend were having an affair in my own home. He has since left the home, but home life isn't the same anymore. My wife has been indifferent about everything and sex is non-existent now. I also don't want my children affected from this affair and I want to continue my relationship with my wife. My children ask for him all the time and I just tell them their uncle just moved, yet they continue to ask when is he coming home. My home life with my wife has been incredibly difficult, as she lacked the remorse for her actions and hasn't apologized to repair our relationship. We have been seeing a marriage counselor for some months now and I don't think not sure if it's going anywhere, but it may just be me being unrealistic and expecting instant results. I'm in another state right now with my wife and children attending my wife's family reunion that has been planned for many months during the Christmas time frame, before the affair occurred. I have had a difficult time talking to my extended family members as I feel as if it is the first or last time I'll ever see them again, which saddens me greatly as I have been a good part of their lives, as they have been part of mine. I'm having an incredibly difficult time coping with all of this and also found out recently that my wife still talks to this so-called friend of mine. I just don't know what to do anymore and I'm hanging on because I love this woman with all my heart and I don't want our children's lives affected. However, it's taking a huge toll on me too. Any words of advice would be greatly appreciated. I don't want any family members to know of the struggles and judge my wife. TLDR wife, 29F, of 9 years cheated on me with best friend, 29M, while I, 29M, was attending my grandfather's funeral. I love my wife very much and seeking any advice and words of wisdom. Update: wow, when I didn't think it can get any worse. Wife still hasn't apologized for her actions and told me it's all my fault for the duration of our marriage, for her actions, which she isn't sorry about. I'm going to admit, it had its up and downs, but nowhere near she perceives it to be. Update 2: well, I think I'm starting to see it all clearly now. Thank you everyone. I also found out an hour ago that instead of the Christmas shopping she said she was doing, she went to see that guy. Reality just slapped me hard in the face with this person whom I loved. Just so sad now, however I won't give her the satisfaction of seeing me at my lowest. Update 3: it's Christmas Day and I feel defeated. I did everything I can in my power to ensure my children still had a good Christmas. However, the wife wasn't and yelled at me many times, in front of our kids, that I hate you and I don't love. Enough so that the kids repeated saying, "Mommy hates daddy" or "Mommy doesn't love daddy." It's terrible things for my children to hear and tried not to let them hear or see anything and I feel guilty for it. She now fully demands I come up with a plan and all this is my doing. She doesn't see how my books on getting past an affair, reading online articles, and asking for help on forums is helping our marriage. I feel defeated and I'm not trying to start anything in front of the children on Christmas Day. I don't have the strength in my body, mind, or soul right now. Telling me to man up right now or leave her today isn't going to do anything. My spirit, confidence, and heart are broken and at an all-time low. I'm trying to gather the strength and will to move on and today should be a happy day for my family, well I want it to be at least for my kids. Update: 6 years later I completely forgot about this and not sure why. This random thought came up and felt compelled to provide what had happened over the last 6 years. We did divorce. I was still broken for a few years. I did get the house and we have shared custody of the kids. They are old enough to decide where to go now and evenly split time between their mothers and my home. This makes the kids happy and myself happy knowing they turned out fine. For myself, I am in a much better place than I was before. Had tons of funny and scary adventures around the world with my two good friends, whom helped me recover. Coincidentally, we all divorced within the same time frame and appropriately threw a pretty awesome bachelor boat party. I took a lot of that dark energy and turned it into something positive. Negative feedback on my business's ideas I received from my ex long ago turned out to be pretty damn good business ventures. I started a successful VR arcade company, created a fan base in the city I started in, however that is paused due to COVID, but now planning on opening in several cities to include international locations. I also started a crypto mining company several years ago before crypto blew up. It continues to grow and working on Web3 with decentralization crypto now. Most recently completed research on AI or ML with development of the new AR platform to begin in 2022 to support social media content creators. Overall, pretty happy and comfortable today. The kids are well taken care of and I have used those years of marriage as experience to connect with women better. There was a lot of self-reflection as well, on better communication and learning the importance of dating. Things I didn't do well in the past, but improved on this substantially. I did end up dating various types of women over the last 6 years and decided I am against forced meetups or use of dating apps. I thought it would be cool to meet someone by chance. As an entrepreneur and a guy in tech, for this idea to work, it's important to find time to leave the house, and I do travel often for pleasure and business globally, even during the pandemic. My advice for anyone who is in this situation: time does heal. Reading the above now 6 years later, I was hard on myself. Take that negative/dark energy and invest it into something you wish you could have done or always wanted to do. You will recover fine, and who knows, you may meet someone better who shares the same values as you. I'll help with advice when I can. Comment 1. Thanks for the hard truth, something I should face. I'm not even sure she is putting any effort. From talking to the counselor and speaking with another close friend about the ordeal, they both mentioned she is at least there, hasn't left, takes care of the home, stay-at-home wife, and suggest I give it time. I'm just not sure what is the right amount of time. We have been seeing a counselor for several months now and her attitude has changed slightly, but overall she still maintains her ground. Yesterday, she pulled the most embarrassing thing in front of her parents while her immediate family and our family were out touring the city. Her parents were taking pictures of her brother and his family and offered to do the same for ours. She blatantly told them, "I don't want to take pictures with him," and went and took selfies instead. I looked at both my in-laws and they had a very surprised look in their eyes when looking back at me. I can feel the embarrassment on their part, as I felt just as embarrassed and wanted to disappear. Comment 2. That or they are still in contact and have taken it underground. I'd do more digging, and if she is, I'd ask her to leave. Or if she doesn't want to put in time and effort into fixing what she banged up, to leave. ETA. Saw that they are still talking. Nope. No way, she doesn't get to still have him in her life. That is why she is indifferent to you. Tell her to get out of the house. Pack her bags and tell her to go live with the guy. You both going to therapy while she is still in contact with him is like going with her to NA meetings while she is still doing heroin. It's BS. What addict wouldn't love that arrangement? The best way to get your wife back, if she comes back at all, is to kick her out and make her face the music. She isn't doing that at all right now. She has it pretty good. She gets the guy on the side and husband who is sorry in her home, and all she has to do is put up with therapy for an hour a week, and everyone is saying to just give her time. Comment 3. Let's get a few things out of the way. The woman you fell in love with and married and still love? She's gone. She may have never truly existed. But the woman that you love is a remorseless liar and cheater. You don't love her, you love the image you had of her in your head. Now that image is shattered and you see the real her. So, how did you find out about the affair? Did your friend or wife tell you? Or did you find out through snooping? Generally, when I advise victims of infidelity on this sub, I tell them that I have 3 conditions where I would advise the couple to try and work through the infidelity. The cheating must have been a one-time thing, and the cheater confesses almost immediately after cheating. The cheater shows true remorse for their actions, and not for getting caught. The cheater cuts off all contact with the person they cheated with. You already say that she doesn't show any remorse for her actions. Also, from the way you word things, it seems like you found out a while ago and have been trying to work on regaining trust in your wife. If you still feel as angry towards her, or even angrier, than when you first found out about the affair, I don't think the anger is going away and that the trust will come back, especially if you've been working with a marriage counselor. Don't stay in a loveless marriage for the kids' OP. That's so dumb. First off, you or your wife won't be happy and you guys just won't be the best parents you could be if you're unhappy. Second, your kids will model their future relationships on the relationships they see growing up, i.e. your marriage. They'll pick up on the fact that mommy and daddy are distant and don't love each other the way their friends' mommies and daddies do. They will model your loveless relationship in their future ones and will have to teach themselves what a healthy relationship is really supposed to be like. Bottom line, I think it's better for kids to grow up in 2 homes full of love than one loveless one. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you would like to see more, feel free to subscribe.